Radio has brought me all over the country, a couple of decades, which has given me enough experience to have So today we're going to talk about short and long answer is yes, there are a lot of crazy drivers in Austin, Texas. As a matter of fact, the other night I saw some guy going the opposite way on the highway, just narrowly missed me, hit the guy behind me. Luckily, both the driver and the person he hit are okay. Nobody died. But it looked like someone was going to die in that crash. And that's just one of the many accidents that happen every day here in Austin. Originally from New York, thought they were crazy out there. Back home, a little different from driving drunk in Jersey back in the 90s. Hopefully knowing the cop that pulls you over that'll take care of you, which luckily that's happened to me a couple of times. But now I'm paying for it, man. People are crazy driving here. So if you decide to come to Austin, Texas, make sure you got your driving shoes on. Okay, let's see what we got next. Is overreaction happening lately in public? Absolutely. Totally. I'm a little passionate about that because I see it almost every day. I'm in Austin, Texas, so of course UT Texas is the big college downtown. There's also Texas State, a little bit closer to where I live, but these two big universities, you see a lot of young kids walking around, people wearing masks, people not wearing masks. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we've been quarantined for a long period of time. But the other day, going into a convenience store, narrowly missed walking into a girl, and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Which is something that was not needed for the situation. I almost hit her. I didn't drop anything, or she didn't hit my car or anything like that, but that's kind of what you're getting on the street. It's almost like every crazy, over-dramatic girlfriend that I've ever had now exists in the world. And it's either a guy or a girl. And I think that's kind of the world that we live in right now. Now, if your girlfriend is very over-dramatic, like the ones that I've dated, don't show her this video. Okay, let's see what's next. What is awkward conversation at work? Now, for me, awkward conversation is something, a discussion that happens and you just feel very weird or creeped out or disgusted. I mean, that's kind of what you would call that. Something that happens a lot in the radio business, but it can also happen in day-to-day life. I mean, if you decide to share in detail the girl that you had sex with last night at work, I'm sure nobody else wants to hear that around your cubicle. Very simple. You know, if you decide to do that anyway, then that's probably awkward conversation and you could probably get in trouble. Now, in radio, that is very, very tame. As a matter of fact, something that happened to me where I had a boss and his wife who were swingers asking me to dinner. That and the way that they asked me to dinner was almost kind of like, if you've ever seen the movie Go, there's a scene in there where they're having a conversation with someone they're trying to get to dinner and you're thinking they might try to do a three-way. Or hanging out with a DJ friend of yours and a sound guy from a film crew, and the sound guy is asking if you ever had sex with a cantaloupe after putting it in the microwave. Before he asked that question, of course, is a long pause. And, hey, man, you ever have sex with a cantaloupe after putting it in a microwave? You know? That is awkward, weird conversation. So if you want to talk about, you know, what your ex-girlfriend's looks like or what butt is, don't do it in the office, man. Save it for the bar.